Well, hello. It is Sarah Jane from Access Your True Nature with today's little dose of body mind medicine around energy management and how so many people that I've been speaking to in my client, in my daily life and walking around, hi Jan, are feeling really unhinged and wanting to know, how do you stay grounded into your truth? How do you stay focused on the tasks at hand when you're feeling like your energy is scattered all over the place? And what I want to say first is that chaos theory exists in nature. Gravity and entropy are very powerful processes in the natural world. You just have to look around to see how there is a beautiful balance in amongst what may look like a very chaotic process of harmonizing the energy fields and the physical realities. And this is very different to inertia, which I think is one of the ways that we as a species actually prolong unnecessary suffering. Hi, Jan. Hi, Ulrika. Great to see you both here. We're talking about how to stay calm and present and trust that you're going to be okay, that you're going to get through whatever it is that's coming up for you right now that is looking like a challenge that seems insurmountable. And just remember that we are anchored and grounded to the ground. We walk on the ground. We have our own specific gravities that are running all the time. And gravity draws things together toward our center or toward the molten lava, the central core of the earth. And entropy and atrophy, right? So what I call positional heat baths is anywhere where you've taken a position to handicap, entropy, paralyze, atrophy, and distort your reality, which creates all the chaos and disorder and the trauma and the drama out there. It literally is designed to scatter your energies because it's a position that you've taken. So oftentimes when we are going through life and something brings us to center, we feel calm and grounded and on purpose and aligned with our true calling and our truth and our true nature. And at other times, there is, great consternation. I've been finding at the moment a deep-seated grief, that never really goes away, but that it's kind of amplifying at the moment. And I'm finding it very disturbing because I'm grieving in that grieving process at the state of the world that we're living in and what the future holds for us and what we're going to do with our big, beautiful lives to make a positive impact on what the future holds for all of us. So when we talk about centering, hi, Ulrika. When we talk about centering, I want you to be aware of your whole body mind. As you just push pause on the world right now, just be with me, listen to my voice, and just take a really long, slow, relaxed breath. If your nervous system is healthy enough to do that. I would never tell anyone who is in a hypervigilant state to take a deep breath, because oftentimes deep breath, that holding, just puts our nervous system into more of that fight-flight response. So if it feels good for you, just take in a lovely, long, slow breath, or think of something that you are so grateful for today. Maybe you're celebrating a small win, or you are appreciating the breeze outside, or the fact that your children are healthy, or that you had a beautiful walk with your dog. Whatever it is, just think about something that brings joy up through your heart, through your center, and just spend some time appreciating how that feels in your body. And you'll probably feel very grounded in the truth of that you can trust that that happened because you are an active participant in your life. And it feels like a homecoming in a way, if you've exiled parts and pieces of yourself. And maybe you're more drawn into your own core rather than feeling like Garfield, the cartoon cat that's sort of spread eagled up against, a pane of glass. Hi, Bantu and Helga and Debbie and Jan. So just type in the comments if you're brave enough to share that and inspire others. Just type in, how does it feel when you take that breath and you focus on something that you can have deep appreciation for? How does it make you feel when you just push pause on the chaos and the craziness that's going on around you, the speed at which things are happening, and you get to reconnect with that space in your heart, in your body, that without a doubt you can trust that you are a powerful creator of your own reality, that you are an alchemist. I really am live, Jan. So how do you feel if you came into this and you did feel scattered? Because when we're feeling scattered, what we're saying is we're literally got energy leaks. We're leaking out energy and we're not together. So, pull yourself together. Really what we're saying as a demand or a command is, how do I bring back all the parts and pieces of my psyche, my soul, my energy, my body, Deva's energy back into this beautiful bodysuit? And most of the time, when do you feel scattered? Is when you're, taking on too much. Perhaps you haven't got very strong boundaries, or you're trying to do too many things at once. You're multitasking. Maybe you're preparing dinner if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, because it's that time of the night, and preparing for picking up your children and getting on with the night's tasks at hand and homework and a million things to do, and that your attention is being literally pulled in many directions. Or maybe it's a feeling of apprehension and a little bit of dread when you open up your inbox in the morning and see 100 emails that are all asking for your attention, your undivided attention. Or perhaps you're walking down the street or through a mall and you're already kind of freaking out because there's Christmas decorations and they're starting to play Christmas music and we're only in October. And you're kind of thinking, holy crap, where did the year go? And you've still got so much to do to reach your targets. Whatever it is, just type that in the comments, how that makes you feel when you're no longer centered and grounded in the present moment tasks, when you're trying to go too far into the future or too far back along your timeline to try and get reference points that are perhaps faulty in their manual, right? Their instruction to create more peace and calm in crazy, turbulent times where there is so much going on. And notice right now, and type it in the comments, are you feeling centered because you pushed pause and just took time to top yourself up with today's body-mind medicine? Or are you still feeling scattered and you're not quite able to be present? Because it's not a subtle distinction that's just for, when you're doing yoga or meditating. When we feel grounded in a sense of center, we're more resilient. It's also harder to be intimidated by the fear of worst case scenarios, or what if, or manipulations that are going with us. All right, I got to take my housekeeper up the road, so I'm going to finish this, and I'll come back tomorrow. But just spend some time today looking at when I always say to my clients, don't make fear-based choices, because you're going to regret them, and you're going to pull that energy in later and go, oh crap, what have I done? So the way to stay aligned and focused is sometimes to just push pause, just stop everything and focus on one thing. I'm one of those creative types that likes to have a million things going at once, but oftentimes we dilute the intensity of the results when we do that. So we need to pull back our energies from all the million things that are going on, to the best of our abilities, and just focus on what is the priority for me today, in order for me to stay calm and grounded, in order for me to make money right away. What support do I need? You're not supposed to do everything yourself. And I think that's probably one of the biggest parts of vulnerability, is that when you can recognize that asking for support is actually, on top of being very brave, is one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself and the person that you're asking. And when you do that, there is a sense of relaxation, that you're not having to figure it all out on your own, and you're not meant to have to push yourself to the limit where your body actually says, time out, I'm going to create a health issue just to get some rest. And I've seen people that have literally felt like that's the only way out. They're so trapped in all the responsibilities of their life that they have no idea how to slow down or push pause or take less on. So they will create a chronic health condition, or a drama or trauma or emergency, just to get themselves some peace and calm and rest. And I don't know about you, but I've certainly done that before. And it's not perhaps our best choice, and there is an easier way to do that, and it's just called show up and be yourself. As much as we are Wonder Woman and Wonder Men, we rather miss out on so much joy and beauty when we're not in wonderment, when we're overwhelmed, when we are so distracted that we become impulsive, and we end up grabbing straws and trying to make spaghetti stick to the ceiling, and we become a lot more prone, I would say, to attracting conflicting situations with others, and to compulsive or addictive behaviors, or ways to numb ourselves out. And when I felt scattered, it wasn't the end of the world, but it wasn't good for me or for others either. It feels a lot better to just rest into our center. So let me know, how can you just create calm, peaceful presence and call your energy back to you? And I have many ways to do that, but one of them literally is just to sit still at the end of the day for 5 minutes, to keep that appointment with yourself and honor your downtime. That it doesn't come from a place of worthiness or deserving. It comes from choosing that the more that you are focused, the more that you are grounded, the less scattered that you're going to be. And sometimes it's just a great idea to just go and walk barefoot on the earth, go and lie in the grass, and just allow yourself to, receive all the energy. Use a grounding cord to keep you centered to your core, and to the core of the earth, and to the heavens above. And tomorrow I'll talk a little bit more about the how, how when most of these sort of inputs of thousands and thousands of bits of data are coming into your brain, because you are a receiver as well as an emitter of energy. that it comes from inside your own body, from your heart and your lungs and your other organs. And a lot of ancient structures, the reptilian brain, your brainstem, and the subcortex, such as the hypothalamus, they all begin the process of turning these signals into a very fundamental feeling of what it feels like to be fully alive, the intensity of living. And the more recently evolved regions of the brain, the insulate, inside each of these sort of temporal lobes on the side of your head, they're there to refine these signals further into that embodiment feeling of coherent, continuous being present with whatever is. So, from a neurophysiological point of view, and what I cover in a lot of the nervous system work, we have to be willing to feel in order to heal. And it's that primal sense of being a body that is at the core of the stream of consciousness. And unless you're in extreme pain, tuning into it is very grounding and very centering. So I'll talk about more of the how, but let me know, what you would like to know. Easy strategies that you can implement now to really help you to be focused on making the last 90 days of this year and your future, a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, even more beautiful, even more abundant, because you are doing the training. You are tuning into your good intentions and the goodness of a better world that we all want. So let me know how this lands with you, and meet me back here tomorrow, and I'll give you more how to call your energy back and stay grounded and present and centered in trusting that you've got this. And I'll meet you there. All right. Lots of love. Bye.